Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cougars about to kick it away and get this season started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Boise State Broncos offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs, won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
The option look to the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Guys, let's take just a minute and talk about Boise State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Going to the ground. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Broncos decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Cougars offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Dumps it off in the flats. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's talk for a second about Houston. The portal many times can give you a pretty good read on what's going on inside a program, and to lose the number of players that they did might be a little bit of a worrisome signal.
Well, I think the biggest thing is they lost some key guys, too. A handful of dudes, David, that really made a difference on this team a year ago. How can they replace that this season?
And that's what your job is as a coach, is to develop those guys behind them, supplement with the portal. Listen, it's an ongoing, hard task, but that's what these coaches have to do nowadays.
Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Boise State ready to send out that offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. They'll run the option. He'll do it himself. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pick.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Oh, better look out! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll go back to the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Here comes the option. Oh, he's got a chance. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Pulls and fires complete. Turning on the jet. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Broncos!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Houston will be forced to punt.
Number 11, odds to punt it away.
Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Now on the option. They'll try the run. Nice move there.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Motion from the wide receiver. Gives it on the option. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Looking for a crease to the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got it set up on the outside. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Looks as if he's going to run it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You know, they got a lot of trust in this running back on these big downs to go find a way to get it done. On that 4th down, that is a huge play in this game, and he delivers for his team.
The Broncos look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Mills. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back on the move. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
To the air on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. On the option. Got room to work. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. He breaks a tackle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later, but you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. The inside handoff. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Houston will be forced to punt. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Catch in the middle, it's Stockton. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to the air on second and short. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. At the 45 on his way. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much.
Got it in stride inside the 20. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Broncos will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And the Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Slater. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Houston! He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. On the option. Now the pitch. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gives it on the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Broncos will line up to punt it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have... He's going to let it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and still on his feet. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. To the air on 1st down. Fakes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Got it looking for a first. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Quick release by the QB. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Try to get it to the edge. Nice move to keep running. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Broncos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Might as well stick with him. At the 40, there he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just know where to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass. And they're going to settle for a field goal attempt here instead of going for it. Right down the boulevard. Dar forced to settle for 3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Ole Miss came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Goes to the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got...
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Off play action on first down. It's caught. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season. That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Houston going up tempo.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs.
He lofts one down the sideline. Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Boise State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his 2nd catch of the game, and we're essentially in a 2-minute situation. They have risen to the challenge. They knew coming in they were going to have to limit him, but I don't know if they even thought they'd be able to do this good of a job.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Poole. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got his man. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Looking to get it in. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. Wants to throw it. He's got the tight end. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
There we go. There's step 1. There's a lot of things that needs to happen for this offense, but they started with the touchdown. Time's ticking out. We got to go for 2 here. Cut this to 8, where we maybe can get another score and get that 2-point conversion to tie it.
So that touchdown was big, but just as big, this 2-point conversion attempt to try to get it to a 1-possession game. He's looking to pass. Finds his big tight end. He's into the end zone for the 2, and we've got a 1-possession game here in the 4th. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. 1-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high-percentage passes to maintain possession.
Breaks into the open. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Got some room headed to the goal line. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And the offense is doing probably exactly what you want them to do. What do we need to do? We need to run clock. We got the lead. We're in a good situation to get points. Now, tick, 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 tick. The clock is my friend.
A first down run on the doorstep. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Sends it back in motion. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
A couple things I loved about this defense. They didn't get deterred. They gave up some yards, got all the way down here near the goal line, but now bowing their necks up. Big stop on 3rd down, forcing a 4th down opportunity ahead.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Houston wants to play fast. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.